Hey everybody, and welcome to my shop. This week, we're building bar stools for my $1 camper that I turned into a bar. And this is my rough idea. So a bar stool has a top that you sit on. It has a certain height, and then we need something to drill it into the ground, right? Now, this is going to be leather, and this is going to be steel. Now the kicker will be, I think it would look cool if the steel kind of ended here, and the middle part is oak. Or wood, but right now I'm thinking oak. So, there's a couple things we need for this, but you're lucky I already got most of it. Let me show you what I organized so far. Got the steel rounds for the bottom and underneath the seat area. In between will be pipe. Then I got this stuff. I have never tried it, but this is to blacken steel. Essentially, this is mild steel. It will rust on the outside, and you can blacken and wax it. And that is kind of, the black stuff is also rust, but it is nicer rust. It looks black. It's almost like a cheese, you know? Like some mold on the cheese is bad. Some mold on the cheese is really good. That's good mold on the cheese. It will keep the bad mold out. So we're fighting fire with fire. But again, I have never tried it, so we'll see how that works. Then we need leather. I got a gorgeous height. So this is oiled in a way that every wrinkle kind of leaves these marks. But then you can push it out again. So that makes it look really cool, I think. This is going to be the leather for the seats. And then we need foam. And then we need oak. And as you remember, we have a bunch of oak cutoffs that we got from Saltwater Furniture Co. And I think we can use just free for us wood for this project. And I think that's all we need. I feel weirdly confident about building these 3 chairs, even though it is leatherwork, upholstery, woodworking, like we need to turn wood, welding, and bringing it all together in a furniture that will be just like drilled into the ground, and people, possibly like intoxicated people, will sit on it. So I don't know why I'm so confident. I feel like there's a lot that can go wrong, but let's spin it. Let's spin it? Did you say that? I want to begin with what makes most sense. Okay, let's begin with what we know. And there's a lot of things that we know. For example, the height of this, because that is not anything that I make up. That is a standard height. Let's look it up. Let's go from there.
What is that?
If you are a carpenter, if you want to be a carpenter in Germany, then you have to know all of this. Like, this is your carpenter Bible. I stole it from a coworker because I'm not a carpenter, but yeah, sorry. I took it with me. Okay, and this is the most important page, and it tells you all the dimensions, how big things are, how things are comfortable, how the relation to each other should be. Also little stuff like that. It's the best book ever. It has absolutely everything you need to know in it. What was that guy's name that I stole? Oh wait, Johannes. If you see this, I'm sorry, but I feel like I needed more. Because you know all this. You're an actual carpenter. I'm not. So I have to have this to look all that stuff up. Thank you. Okay, so a bar stool, it says, is 80 centimeters. This is 7.5. So the whole column will be about 71 centimeters. That's this. So let's say, how big are our wood pieces? 75, and we'll have 6 centimeters. That part would be kind of like a tenon within the pipe. 45 centimeters visible. I think that's pretty cool. What's the diameter of a regular bar stool? Is that in here too? That would surprise me, actually. Typical bar stool is between 35 and 45 centimeters. And then the big questions begin when we think about the upholstery, because I am very unfamiliar with that, but we'll learn. So we're gonna know that we have to cut a leather round, but has a seam allowance. And then we need to cut a strip that kind of goes all the way around it, plus seam allowance, so we can cross stitch this here. And then we need to wrap it around the plywood and the steel. At least 5 centimeters. So that means 14, 15, 16. 16 by, and we can calculate that too. What's the circumference of 35? So 35 times 3.14. Is that a meter? Is that a meter 10? Is that possible? I just trust that this is right. So 1 meter 10 without the overlap. So 112. We just calculated this whole thing based on what we have and what the standard is. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with cutting the plywood base, cut this, and then do the leather work. I think because that's the biggest question mark right now. Okay, let's do it. Okay, what do we have? Perfect, 38. Roughly, this is a little bit oversized. I'm just trying to find the middle because I don't have a compass. Beautiful. That's pretty good. Next big question in my head is, how do we cut the foam? I know there's like hot wire stuff to do it, but we don't have any of that. So how do we do it? Sharp knife? Think that's enough? Oh, dude, butter! Nice. This is okay. Why am I worrying? Why am I ever worrying about anything? Oh God, this is so satisfying. This feels so nice. This is so nice. This is my new hobby.
Cutting foam?
Yes. I'm getting into upholstery just for this. Hey, come on. That's not too bad. It's gonna be covered. I think we're good. Okay. You can't forget the long strips. This was 16, so all of this we need just for the strips. Okay, let's cut it out of the little chunks. My favorite offset trick. So this gives us exactly 1 centimeter offset. Now the circumference is a little bit bigger too, so we need to cut it a little bit bigger than the 112 that we thought, right? That would be here. Okay. Let's clean up and then stitch it. We're gonna stitch it together inside out. Like this. It's gonna be a little tricky because we have to do a curve. But then at the end, we can hopefully kind of flip it around and it all magically works. Should we do this one first though? I want this connection to be flat, so we don't have a bump from the outside. It would be so much nicer if we hand stitch this like the nice baseball stitch that we saw in Tyler Hayes' furniture. I don't have that color in like thicker, so it needs to be a different material. I'm gonna machine stitch it and hope that it still looks somewhat okay. That's pretty nice. Okay, like this. All right. We're just doing it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. The first stitch is the hardest. We are committing. Looks okay. Feels good. Oh, this is definitely a lot harder to cut a round thing than a straight line. Oh, dude. Looks like we can do it. Yeah, it looks like it's coming out great. Oh my god, this is so stressful. Woo! We did it. I think we did it. Oh, nice. It looks good. Just needs a little pushing it into the new shape. But does it fit? Oh, Sam, even your face is like...
That looks nice.
That looks... Come on!
First try.
Dude! Look at this!
Nice. That's clean.
Oh, man! I am pumped. Should we just staple it? Bada bing, bada bong. Now if we have this. Dude, this is nice. Great. That was the hard part. Next up is the steel. So all we need to do is pre-drill and then cut 13 centimeter pieces of the tube, weld it in the middle of this. And then that's it. So we're gonna mark the middle. Cool. Okay, now we need 13 centimeter pieces of the pipe. I'm gonna build a little jig so we don't have to measure each piece. We can just mark it with this. There are 3 different ways we can weld this. The fastest and simplest would be to just MIG weld it. The second best would be TIG welding it with a steel filler. I think the very nicest would be TIG welding it with a silicone bronze filler. So let's try that, because that would make the weld look super, super good. And worst case, we MIG weld it. Nobody will notice it at all. It's just me. But let's try the really nice one. If that gives us any troubles, we go to MIG welding. Okay, the silicone bronze looks great. Like it has this nice color to it, but it is very sensitive to dirt, so we would have to clean it a lot more. And this was the one we ground off, so it's not worth it. And also the whole bead around it totally warped our bottom disc. So instead of silicone bronze all the way around, I did regular steel filler and just kind of tagged it. It's plenty strong. I'm not worried at all. And that way we have way less heat. So it's not as warped. So this is what I want to go with. And yes, if we would clean this up more, you know, we would have much nicer beads, but it is a rustic bar stool, so it's fine. All right, we have a leather part. We have a steel part. What's missing is the wood in between. I don't have a lathe, so we can't do it at my shop, but we can prepare a glue up. And then I'm going to take you guys to Sam's other job, Saltwater Furniture Co. Is that right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Glue up. Okay, we'll let the glue dry. I lost my little block that I made. And when this is done drying, I will see you guys at Saltwater Furniture Co. And Sam and I are going to turn these into the legs of the bar stool. Okay. Second phase of the build, we glued up the oak pieces and now we want to turn them. Since I don't have a lathe, Sam took us to his second job. Like I said, what is your main job? Now you have to make the decision. This probably, right?
Yeah.
And they have a great lathe and we can use it. And you can also get a chance to take a peek at their beautiful furniture. It's Saltwater Co. Is it Saltwater Co? Saltwater Furniture
Company.
Yeah. Thank you so much for letting us use your
welcome.
shop. That's Mike.
Welcome to the mess.
Yeah. I'm actually staying out of this because I'm not familiar with the shop. So Sam and I are going to switch. I'll do the camera work and he's going to do all the lathing.
Oh, and you're going to do some of the lathing.
Okay. All right, here we go.
What are we doing first? We got to plane it. Okay, yeah. Really quick plane.
Normally the lathe runs on this side, but because this is reversible, we can mount this on this side and run it in reverse, so which would be normal for this. And then depending on what diameter we need to turn for legs, because we do so many different size legs, we can dial it in, set it, and then slowly but slowly as it's turning, you just literally become a machine and do one at a time and take it down and then crank up the speed at the end. Yeah. And then it'll make almost barely needing to be sanded finish. It's been a lot of trial and error to get this to be fast.
And refining the process, huh?
And refining the process, especially for the roundovers. Like I think that took us almost a year to figure out how to make those for that nightstand. So.
Yeah. How long have you been making furniture altogether?
10 years now.
10 years.
10 years in this place. So I guess I made it. I don't know. It's a tough business. Yeah. It's a tough business, but it's so cool to be able to make stuff that sits in other people's houses or businesses, and,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I made that.
Yeah.
My blood, sweat, and tears are in that.
All right.
Nice.
Let's test it with the base that you brought.
Yeah.
Let's see if it fits.
Cool. Oh yeah.
How was the fit?
That looks good. Actually it's perfect.
All right, now it's gonna be your turn. You
All
ready
right.
to try?
That's fun. I think it feels good. Okay, we're gonna cut tenons here so that's completely inside of the metal. And then this will be visible and it has the same diameter as the outside of the steel. Super strong connection and it's gonna look perfect.
Nice.
All right, let's assemble. Look at that. That's,
Do you have another one?
no, I only brought the wonky one. I don't know why. This is great. Look at that. It's gonna look so clean. I mean, the quality is crazy that
Thank
you
you.
guys have. Yeah,
Try.
I'm at the other end of the
Sam
spectrum.
either, though.
What is that?
I couldn't do this without Sam.
No, I think that's his. And I untrain all of your perfection out of him. I'm like, let it go.
Okay.
It's fine. It's good enough.
Okay.
Thanks so much for
I love
letting
you
us.
guys. I love what you're doing.
Oh,
And
thanks.
I can't
That's
wait to wait to see the camper done. And,
Yeah.
and I'm in.
No, you'll be invited for the big
Perfect.
party.
It was
Yeah.
an
Thank you
absolute
so much. I
pleasure.
appreciate
All right.
it.
Take
Also,
care.
thanks for all your scrap wood.
Of course. And as you can see, I am full again. So
Oh yeah, you want me to grab some?
yeah, we'll have a set up a day so I can get
Okay.
everything set aside.
Let me know. I'll be
Okay.
here. Okay.
All right.
Sam, I'll see you back at the camper. I'll go to the shop, finish the last bits, assemble everything, and then we're gonna install it. Look at that. Boom! They are solid. We need again, like a footrest, but that's gonna be easy to have like a steel bar between those two posts. So it can go all along there and then you can just sit here and chill. And you might have noticed, I also upgraded the bar. I am so happy how they look. It's so like all the material, the leather, the rough steel, the oak sounds very rustic, but I feel just the fact that we turned these and it's all the same shape, all the same form, makes it weirdly elegant, even though all the materials are pretty rough. So I couldn't be happier, and even the stitching for my first leather upholstery, I'm just very happy. No complaints. I love it. Again, if the footrest is there, they're super comfy. The new bar is a little deeper, so that's good dimensions, it was way easier than I thought. This is always great. Usually I underestimate my projects, but this, I'm happy. And also, I have a question for you guys. What do you think is in this little drawer? Or what would you put in it? Let me know in the comments and I'll reveal it, I think, in the next video. Now, one last thing before I go. You saw me work with this giant leather hide, and yes, we have some stuff left over, and guess what we did with that? Turned it into more tape mates, cause I am still getting emails from people being disappointed that they missed out on the last batch. So I made a couple more. They'll be available at Eagle Tools. There'll be a link in the description. So be quick and grab your bar stool tape mate. For now, I hope you enjoyed this project as much as I'm enjoying my new bar stools, and I'll see you next week with a new video. This week's video is brought to you by Squarespace. And as you know, I love building things from scratch, like these wonderful bar stools. I like to make everything myself, and there's one exception, and that is a website. And that's where Squarespace is helping me out a lot. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that lets you build websites, share your work, and even sell things without having to spend weeks to figure it out or hire a web designer for you. One thing I really like is the design intelligence. Instead of starting with a blank page, Squarespace actually helps you guide the design, layouts, spacing, type, so this site ends up looking intentional, polished, and not, I fought for this for 6 hours. Another thing that I really like is the flexible templates that Squarespace provides. So you can kind of piece it together without being locked into one fixed design. You can customize everything, but you have kind of guide rails to help you end up with a cohesive design. And if you like to sell things, then Squarespace makes it super easy to sell your stuff online, and they have all the modern payments figured out. Apple Pay, Klarna, all that stuff. They got you covered. So, Smoodle. So if that got your interest and you feel like putting your work out there or getting some attention from the world or selling something, then head to squarespace.com, plan your design, and once you're ready to launch, you can go to squarespace.com/LauraKampf and you can get 10% off your first website or domain. I want to thank you for watching this video. I want to thank Squarespace for supporting my work. And I want to thank those bar stools for supporting my weight. And I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye.